Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Diana Romanovska and I am a certified family law specialist practicing divorce in San Francisco and Bay Area. Today I would like to talk about how to prepare for your divorce financially. I have cases where clients learned in hindsight how they should have done it better. For example, a parent of a spouse gives them certain amount of money for the down payment of the house and tells them it's a gift. Take it, children. We love you. Just be happy. And then 5 years later, let's say not 5 years, let's say 7-10 years later, because bank statements cannot be tracked more than 7 years, the parents change their mind and they tell the spouse who is divorcing, so let's say they give a daughter $50,000 for the down payment, and now they tell, you know guys, especially her husband, actually you have to pay it back. And in some cases, court decides on the totality of the circumstances that it was a loan, when actually he said, she said, who can prove what? The parent shows up in trial and says, well, actually, I did say it was a loan, and if the discussion was in closed doors, how can you prove it wasn't? And it happens. So how can you avoid that? By simply creating a document that it says parent gives the couple the money as a gift for the down payment without conditions, right? Because later they can come back and say, well, now that you're divorcing, it's conditioned loan or something. So keep everything documented. If you don't have a letter, if you don't have any, at least an email, just confirm an email so I can sleep at night. I would tell the other, my spouse's parent, right? So usually people don't think about divorce and they just transfer each other money or things like that. Or if someone helps the other spouse before they get married to pay down their the house, create a document, create a contract. Even if it's not a prenuptial agreement, it's still a contract. Now, some people wonder, well, what should I do with my car? Should I sell it before I file for divorce or after? It doesn't matter. Any asset accrued during the marriage, it applies to everything, is considered community property. And the date of separation is when anything earned after that date becomes separate property. So let's say you have an expensive car. Let's just make it more real. Tesla, $140,000 financed. And then the spouse who is driving it is responsible for paying the cost of financing it. After the date of separation, whoever keeps the car is responsible 100% for the carrying cost of the car, which means insurance, finance cost, interest, everything related to that car. And then the car was community property asset. Now the spouse who is driving it is responsible, and by driving it, he makes the car less valuable, so the car depreciates in value. Although it might seem marginal, sometimes it's not. And the other spouse can get claims for reimbursement for depreciation due to driving. So what else can we talk about? House, right? Same happens for the house. If one spouse decides to stay in the house and they say, yeah, that's a win, I'm going to keep that big house, and they're receiving spousal support, they're still liable for all carrying cost, mortgage, property tax, interest, everything. And so in some cases, the spousal support that the spouse who will receive that spousal support will go into maintaining that big house. Doesn't make any sense. And the other spouse, I don't remember if you, well, I don't know if you watch Dirty John, but in that series, it's called the husband was claiming Epstein claim. So basically what happened, she kept this big house and he paid for it because his name was on the line. He didn't want to get foreclosed, or he didn't want to ruin his credit. So basically, after the date of separation, he paid for that house, and she stayed in this big house for many years. And at the end, it ate up from her community property, right? Because everything that he paid her, spousal support plus maintenance for the house, is not a gift. It's reimbursable payment. So please watch out if you stay in a big house, if you keep the expensive car, it's all going to be eventually calculated to be reimbursed. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you soon. Bye.